Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and it's time to get Hearthstone yet again, continuing on with the League of Explorers solo adventure. Now we're on the last part of the Uldaman wing of the adventure.
The stone giant Archaedas has got the headpiece, but he won't give it up without a fight.
Alright, what's his deal? So, summon a 0-2 statue for both players. Alright, so the idea, I think, what I get from this is that he's going to flood your board with things you can't do anything with. So, I think the counter we're going to try for that is the buff draw deck. This deck is about a lot of buffing cards, so we can buff up the cards or the minions that he gives us and still be able to use them so they're not just completely useless and filling up our board. So, let's hope this works out.
Uther versus Archaedas!
Who dares the wrath of the Makers?
I will fight with honor.
Alright, so we want the buffing card. Novice Engineer we'll keep, but we'll get rid of the Hammer of Wrath. Now this looks like it's auto-cast and costs 1 mana, so that's interesting because he doesn't get a first play.
A servant of the ancient titans. Oh, the stories he could tell us.
If he weren't too busy burying you in stone.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we don't have a play. And I'm wondering, with the way his deck works, I bet you he has buff cards too, so we probably shouldn't allow him to do so. On the other hand, though, he gets to go before we do, so it might be tough to do that, but we'll try our best. So, let's end the turn. So there, that comes out. Now, that costs him mana to do, so he's not going to have anything to do this turn. Now, we could play the Novice Engineer and get a card here, but I think it's really honestly better to get the buff on the statue quickly. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to kill his statue so he can't buff it, because I'm really worried that he can. Let's see how this works for us. And he's going to coin. Alright, well, that didn't work in our favor. Now we can use this buff on him. Again, make him a useful minion. That's the whole point of this. So, we'll do that.
The sun well.
I could have been wrong about the trading there and the need to do it. I'm just going to hit face at this point.
Job's done.
And hope I'm not wrong about that. But I'm kind of worried that that might be what happens here. Because he could do a... Yeah.
Awaken.
That's what I was thinking would happen. Alright, there's a couple things we can do here. We can get a card with the Hammer of Wrath. Or we could do Blessing of Kings. Either move would be fine. And I'm going to go with the Hammer of Wrath route. Although technically I could go with the True Silver Champion here. And that would allow us to clear out more things in the future, but we'll go with the Hammer of Wrath. Get ourselves a card. Okay, and we'll do this to kill. And we'll do another 1 damage to him. Now we do have, uh-oh. Wait, what happened there? Okay. That's interesting. So we know he has something here. That's a Paladin secret. Now, what are the Paladin secrets? Well, you got Noble Sacrifice. You do have that one card that reduces a minion's health down to 1. If we play either the Loot Hoarder or the Novice Engineer, that's not really a factor. So I'm going to play that, see if that's what it is. It isn't. And I think then what we're going to do is we'll play our own Noble Sacrifice here. And then I can either play the Acidic Swamp Ooze or just play out a Silverhand Recruit. I like the idea of the damage that we can get out of the Acidic Swamp Ooze, although this could be a mistake. And alternatively, we might want to go with the Loot Hoarder instead. Kind of tough to say, but we'll go with the Acidic Swamp Ooze. I'm hoping he doesn't have weapons.
You call that a
And he's going to buff. That buff is only really relevant, though, when... Alright, so we have to figure out what the secret is. And the best way to figure that out is just attack him in the face.
Sure.
Okay, so it's not anything that deals with that. It could be something that gives a buff. There is a secret that does that. And the best way to ensure that doesn't happen is kill everything that he has on the board. And I'm just going to play a Silver Hand recruit here, not our Loot Hoarder. I don't... Well, you know, I think we have enough cards in our hand. It's not that big of a deal. Oh. Okay. Well, I'd rather it be that than something else. But that's a new card. Alright. Well, that looks bad, but we can deal with that. Not too easy. I mean, not too... Wouldn't be too hard to deal with that. As a matter of fact, Consecrate would deal with that very well. You wouldn't get rid of this, but we can get rid of that. So let's do that. And then
If you're
kill it.
sure.
And should I put down the Blessing of Might on the statues? Remember that he has that card that kills all statues on the board, now that we know about it. Alternatively, I can just play the Shattered Sun Cleric and buff up, and he still gets something out of it.
We must
So let's do
cleanse
that.
the sun well.
And we'll attack. Our opponent's starting to run out of cards. We, on the other hand, are not.
Wanted, dead or alive. Wanted, dead or alive.
Okay. Well, I think we just won, because if we play the Stormwind Champion here, we got, what, 4... oh, wow. Having to do a lot of math here. Well, I think that's the best move anyway, so let's do it.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
And we still have a secret up, honestly. We can do Repentance just to play it. But I honestly, let's just go for the damage here. Alright, so we've got, as I was saying, we've got 5, 10. Yeah, we should be able to kill him with this.
If you're sure.
Push forward.
And there you have it.
The headpiece is ours. Only one piece to go.
So we get a Fierce Monkey, decent taunt. And this is a battle cry. If you have 6 other minions, gain +4/+4. Okay, otherwise not a very great minion outside of that, but 5 for 1, that's pretty darn good. But that's a lot of minions. You'd have to have pretty much a full board. So, questionable usefulness. And battle cries trigger twice. That could be very powerful. And deal 3 damage to all minions. And then shuffle this card into your opponent's deck. And we get our class challenges.
Found the second piece. My plan is nearly complete.
So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.